Hello, David. I'm doing your reading now. Happy solstice. I'm gonna cut them. This is a really slippery cloth. See, I told you. All right. What covers you? What sums up your overall situation? You have the star. This is good. And this is hope. But it is hope that comes after a struggle, because the card before this is the Tower. This is devastating. The one before this, it's everything that you knew, that was familiar, that you thought was stable structure, just completely crumbled, and you had to start over. And that is a scary feeling, but it's a good thing, because sometimes the old has to completely give way so we can make room for the new. But still, it was a challenge, and it was overwhelming, and possibly a little difficult and scary. But where you are right now, what sums up this overall situation is the beginning to see the glimmer of hope after that challenge. Heading up over the hill, you're not there yet, but you can see it. You can see that star. And you know that if you continue walking, you're going to get there. You know that your progress at this point is confirmed. It's not futile. There is an end in sight. There is success waiting for you. You have just a little bit further to go, and you'll reach that promise that it's offering you of hope, whether it's happiness or success or defeating something. So, I mean, with that, like I said, it is in the distance, so it's not like you've reached your goal yet, but you're starting to feel optimistic again after having suffered something that was a little bit difficult to come back from. But you're starting to feel that part of you awaken again, that believes and that thinks that everything really could be okay. And what crosses you, something that affects that, for better or for worse, is the Princess of Autumn. So there is possibly what's helping you see that hope. There's a young woman in your life, not necessarily young in age, but presents in a young way. And this isn't immature, like inferior to the queen. As a youthful aspect, the good parts are being still like very hopeful, and very idealistic. But the negative parts are, maybe not, like maybe haven't figured everything out yet, haven't learned the best ways to go about things. Still on that early part of the journey where you're still figuring out the best way to go about things. But anyway, so this would be a young woman who really has a good head on her shoulders. She wants a stable foundation. She wants a life that's rooted in security. She is willing to work hard for what she wants. She's responsible. She's all about integrity and working hard for what you have. And she is also somebody who would want to provide for people that she cares about, but she expects them also to pull their weight. She's all about, everybody working hard to achieve a common goal. So what may be helping you see hope is somebody who knows how to achieve those material goals without losing their sense of youthful happiness and joy, being able to like have the work life but still have that inner child, not having to sacrifice your childish like idealism in exchange for that workaday life. So that might be somebody that's showing you that you can have both at the same time, that you can have happiness and frivolity while still paying your bills and making the house payment, taking care of the kids. At the foundation of this issue, so what this arose from, is the sun. So what this came from is just, like I said, after having that devastating blow or that huge life change, there just became a part of you that you tapped into that was just really like, I'm going to go out and get it. This motivated energy, not just energy in itself, but an energy that goes out and does things. Seeing something that you want to do, believing you can do it, and taking every action, pouring all of your energy, charging full steam ahead toward what you want to do. And really, it's not that it matters to you whether you get there or not. You would be just as satisfied whether you reach where you're aiming toward or not. It's what's fulfilling for you, what's thrilling is that pursuit of what you are going for, and that attainment, or even the journey toward attainment of something that excites you. And maybe that's not even where you'll end up, but that's at least what provokes you to continue moving forward and to get up another day and to keep on trying, because you really believe that something magical can happen if you just work hard. Not work hard enough like in a boring kind of way, but if you just invest enough of your energy and belief in yourself into it. Okay, your recent past as it pertains to this situation. Um, so the Seven of Spring this is a card where there has recently been some conflict. And it's not like anything major, it's just petty little drama type stuff. But then it's gotten to a point where you kind of feel attacked from multiple angles. You might feel the arguing or the bickering or whatever is maybe all turned on you. And you feel like you have to defend yourself from all kinds of different directions. And it's not fair. You wonder why, like, so many different people in your life have a problem with you, why you have to defend yourself on so many different levels. And it might be exhausting, but it's signifying that during that, in your recent past, you did continue to stand up for yourself. You didn't lay down, you didn't apologize, you didn't give in. You just continued to stand up and defend yourself and to stand in your own truth and to know that you are okay, and you didn't let all of that criticism or attack wear you down or make you think something about yourself that you knew was not true. And that goes right hand in hand with this. This is that confidence, not like an egotistical, but bordering on it, but like not in a bad way. It's just that, yeah, you know what? I know I'm all right, and you can shoot all your arrows at me that you want, but like that's not going to change my mind. I know I'm fine and I'm good and I'm going to do this whether you believe me or not. Near future, release. So this is very much along with this. So that old structure did crumble, and you did start to see the hope. So you are moving on, but in your near future, you actually will fully be able to release that which no longer serves you. You'll be able to let go of that part that did fall apart. You'll be able to mourn that properly, and to have some closure about it, and to understand that it no longer has a place in your life, and to make peace with that, and to allow that to give way to the next cycle. So being able to gracefully close the chapter just close the page of that last chapter and open up the next one, and to know that it's going to be okay, and to know that everything in life ebbs and flows. There's an end of one cycle which leads to the beginning of the next, and you are trusting that that will continue to carry you to your success and happiness. What crowns you is the Four of Spring. So the best thing you have going for you in this situation is that as you've been active, there's a lot of fire here, but I think you are a fire sign, aren't you? I think you're like a Leo, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, so the best thing you have going for you is you're celebrating. Not necessarily celebrating something practical, like, oh, I got this job or I got this house. You're just like starting to feel like things are kind of working out for you. 4 is not at the completion yet, because that would be a 9, but you've started to make some progress, and it's starting to give you some happiness. Something that you've started is really starting to become fulfilling, and you're starting to find some joy and satisfaction, and like it's a good fit for you. I know that this does show a couple. Most likely it is not a relationship, but if it is, the feeling you get from this relationship isn't a typical romantic love. You're both equally passionate, and you light each other up, and you're starting to bring each other inspiration and energy, because you kind of feeds off each other. So anyways, like a celebration of energy. You in this situation are the 8 of Autumn. You have worked very hard. You've applied yourself in a practical way. Autumn, again, is the pentacles. So it would be material things, job, home, work, family, that kind of stuff. At this point, you're near your goal. But there's something more that you need to learn before you can move forward. So where you are, and especially with all this fire, I can tell that you're probably eager to be right there, and you want to rush forward, and you can see the finish line, and you just want to jet forward. But as difficult as this may be for you, you're not ready. There is more that you need to learn, and there's more that you need to master before you'll be ready to fully complete this journey. So be patient with yourself. Don't rush things. Don't get ahead of yourself. Understand that you are so close. 8 is so close to the completion. But allow yourself to learn everything that you need to about that venture that you're in, or the project, and to educate yourself as fully as you can, so you'll be prepared and you'll have a successful completion. In your environment, something around you that pertains to this that is not you is the 5 of Winter. So somebody around you, they have recently also had an emotional battle, and it may be tied into the one that you also recently had. For you, though, I mean, you are gracefully moving forward. But for this person, they haven't quite recognized yet that that battle is over. They haven't acknowledged that it's time to move on. They're still kind of standing there defensive, wondering if there's going to be another attack, standing still in that spot because I feel like they need to be vigilant and prepared for if there is another blow. They don't recognize yet that you've left the field and that you're not coming back for another round, that you have left that behind you, made peace, and started your next phase. They haven't yet. So they aren't yet convinced of the fact that that you're not there to do any more battle. So they might be suspicious still of you, or distrusting, or not sure what to think, or maybe not really believing that that it's been laid to rest. So if that was a conflict with another person in your environment, that's their take on it. Your hopes or fears as it pertains to this situation. This is somebody in your life. It would be a woman that you would hope for, a woman in your life to embody these characteristics, or to even tap into the feminine aspect of love and happiness yourself. This would be, if it is another person, you would be hoping for a woman in your life to be emotionally balanced, to be able to express and feel emotions in a healthy way without them taking charge and ruling their life, to be able to open up to love and experience joy and beauty, but also without being at the whim of their every emotion and being carried away by every elation or disappointment. So you may be hoping to see some emotional maturity in a woman in your life. If there is not already a woman in your life that you are hoping to see and experience this in this full embodiment of emotional mastery, then you may be hoping to meet a woman like that. And not necessarily in a romantic sense, but it just could be that you want to see somebody that is optimistic and happy, and who sees the good in everything, because that may help you to stay positive. So you might want a positive role model that has a perspective that may be infectious to you, that will help you to see things in that type of way. Final card, the outcome. If you continue on your current path, nothing is written in stone, so you can always make different choices. But if you were to continue on this path, then your likely outcome would be to find balance. And a lot of this, I mean, here we have to do with balance, and this indicates to me that balance that's being sought is between pleasure, like a happy, not frivolous, because it's just as important as our responsibilities, but finding balance between the life, the playing, and the working, I guess. And so, you may have worried that, well, if you focus on your responsibilities, then you won't have any fun. Or if you focus on your fun, then everything else is going to fall apart. And that may have, an imbalance there may have led to that devastation, where you had to start something over in whatever conflict this was. But if you continue on your current path, especially here, you are about to be learning something that you'll need to get to where you want to be. And when you learn that, and when you master those tools, you will achieve balance, where you will be able to invest the right amount of energy and distribute that appropriately across all the different parts of your life, so that nothing is neglected, nothing is given too much or too little, nothing takes from the other. You are working in perfect harmony, and you don't put unnecessary amounts of focus or attention or energy or money or whatever into one part of your life while the other suffers. So like this could be that you'll find balance between home, work, friendship, play, fun, whatever, all that stuff. But anyway, hopefully that made sense to you. I know nothing about your situation, so if it was way off, my apologies, but happy solstice. Bye-bye.